Hey, Shalom, Markim, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Hakudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us his truth and that's still teaching his truth. And much peace, love, and salutation to the elect, beginning with the 144,000, all the way down to the large multitude that believes who the Lord will deliver in these last days. To you all I say Shalom. I'm the brother Tazamah from the Great Millstone Dallas camp, coming back today with another lesson. And Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying. And I want to do a lesson on this article that you see here on the screen. This is from theblaze.com, and it says, WEF panelists suggest creating exclusion list to demonetize sources sharing disinformation. All right, once again, WEF panelists suggest creating exclusion list to demonetize sources sharing disinformation. And this could be a plot or a ploy to bring forth that great temptation. You see, because all that this New World Order and the implementation of the MOTB is going to do is going to play on the flesh of individuals. And, you know, for those who live according to the flesh, all right, who live according to the flesh daily and that don't have any kind of spiritual outlook and just have a mind, you know, operated off the flesh, okay, they're going to be the ones that are going to, you know, buy into this whole MOTB beast system. Okay, that's why the scripture says to be carnally minded is death. All right, let's get that real quick. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 6. All right, it says, for to be carnally minded is death. All right, now when you get this word carnally, it goes into being fleshly. Okay, just give me 1 second here. Phone is moving a little slow. All right, this word carnally is sarx. All right, that's how you pronounce it in the Greek. It's sarx. Sarx. All right, and let's look down here. Carnally minded. Let's see. Let's read this real quick. It says has an ethical sense and denotes mere human nature. The earthly nature of man, all right, the earthly nature of man apart from divine influence. You see, which is how Satan, all right, gets you. All right, he'll get you in the mind. All right, first it plays on your mind, but you act it out actually in the flesh. You see, that's why the scripture says, for the love of the world, not the love of the world is the root of all evil. So like I'm getting two scriptures mixed up. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. For if any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. All right, in 1 John 2:15, and then it gives you those things that are a part of the world, which are, you know, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and pride of life. All those things are a part of the world, which separates you from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai if you indulge in it. And you make that your end all be all. You make pretty much the flesh you make your God your belly. Okay? Which with this whole beast system being set up, it's going to be aimed at, you know, you buying and selling, you being able to operate, and you to be able to pretty much be quote unquote comfortable in society, because we all rely upon the government by one shape, form, or fashion. You know, others more so than others, but each and every last one of us, you know, we rely upon this system to operate in everyday life. You know, the scripture talks about how we're going to have to go to our enemy for the one of all things, and that we will be nourished here for a time in the season, like it says in Revelation. But it's going to be a point to whereas, you know, the elect, Lord willing, I'm a part of that number, and those that are listening, you know, we're going to have to completely detach, and it's not going to be comfortable, and it's going to play at the flesh. Okay, so it says has an ethical sense and denotes mere human nature, the earthly nature of man apart from divine influence, and therefore prone to sin and opposed to the Most High. Okay, that's why the scripture says, walk in the spirit and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Okay, it says accordingly it includes whatever in the soul is weak, low, debased, tending to ungodliness and vice, pretty much your lust. You know, and we were created You know, and we were created to be subject to vanity. That's why we need That's why we need Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai for deliverance. Okay. It says thou must not understand flesh. Thou must not understand flesh. Therefore, as though as though that only were flesh, which is connected with unchastity. Let me read that again. This is worded a little weird. It says, accordingly, it includes whatever in the soul is weak, low, debased, tending to ungodliness and vice. And then it gives you a quote here. It says, thou must not understand flesh, therefore, as though that only were flesh, which is connected with unchastity. Which, what is unchastity? Let's get to, like, if a woman is unchaste, that means that she's loose and she's out there. That's why sometimes in the ancient world, you know, they would have a woman would have to wear something called a chastity belt. Okay, but unchastity. All right, when you get the definition, it says relating to or engaging in sexual activity, especially of illicit or extramarital nature, which is what I was mentioning earlier, like somebody wearing like a woman wearing a chastity belt. If that man was going on a long journey, if the husband was going on a long journey or going out to war, he would put a chastity belt on it. Okay? It says, but St. Paul uses flesh of the whole man, body and soul, reason and all his faculties included, because all that is in him longs and strives after the flesh. You see? So this whole system that's being set up is aimed to gratify the flesh, but in reality, if you serve the flesh, you're gonna lose. Okay, so let's finish the verse off in Romans 8 and 6. It says, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. You see? So to walk in the spirit, that's where the peace comes from. You see? Because we understand and know, the spiritual understand and know that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai got us regardless. Even if, they cut off our bank accounts and things of that nature, we understand and know that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai got us taken care of. Okay? So it says on Thursday, a panelist at the World Economic Forum's Davos conference suggested creating exclusion lists to demonetize sources sharing so-called disinformation. The Daily Caller News Foundation reported. So if you're pushing disinformation, according to them, they have the right and the means to now go into your bank accounts, all right, and demonetize you. You know, this is what this is all boiling down to now. It says Gene Borgault, the president and CEO of Internews, an international nonprofit that provides quote-unquote support to independent media outlets in more than 100 countries, addressed how to prevent the spread of what she considers inaccurate information during a Davos conference panel titled "Defending Truth." You see, but what truth are they defending? Are they defending the truth of the scriptures? No, they're defending the truth. They're defending of what they deem to be truth, which are lies. You see, they're the ones that changed Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and the righteousness of the Most High into a lie, and are completely adverse to what the scriptures talk about. So now they're defending their quote unquote truth, which is not truth. You see, it says global trust in institutions is eroding, reflected in how 40% of people consistently trust news, and you don't got really nobody that watch, CNN or Fox News, CNBC, MSNBC. Of course, we may see particular things that may be happening for like breaking news sake, but you got a lot of these older people that sitting in the house all day, watching, sitting there believing CNN and Fox News and things of that nature. Most of the news that people watch now is alternative news stations, which you pretty much watch on YouTube or these other platforms, which are pretty much unhinged, and they give you the full spectrum of things. But even now with YouTube, you can't even say particular things no more. You say particular words, you can get your page blacklisted, you can get your page cut off, your videos taken down. you know. But that's Esau making a man, okay, an offender for a word. And we was going into this yesterday at camp. We'll just bring it out again. Whoops, I'm not Isaiah 34. Isaiah 29. All right, Isaiah 29. And we'll start at verse 19. Let's read this in the NLT. It says, the humble will be filled with fresh joy from Yahweh. The poor will rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. And we're the humble and we're the poor, man. Okay, and we're filled with joy from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, understanding and knowing the end result of all this. You see, we're not allowing the scare tactics and the things that Esau says that he's going to do and his plans and his agendas to thwart our faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. The scripture says, who could separate us from the love of the Lord? Who could separate us from the love of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man? You know, can life or death and you know, peril? No, none of these things can separate us from the joy that we have set with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Verse 20, the scoffer will be the scoffer will be gone. You see, all you scoffers, all you naysayers, all you individuals that's talking shit. Okay? All the scoffer will be gone. The arrogant will disappear, and those who plot evil will be killed. You see? And you better believe that these people at these summit meetings, you know, these higher ups, you know, they're plotting your downfall. They ain't over there just talking about events that can make the world a better place. Because here it is now. Truth is a weapon. You see, truth is a weapon, man. And the scriptures talk about how faith is going to flourish in 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter. Verse 21, it says, those who convict the innocent by their false testimony will disappear. Let's read that again. Those who convict the innocent by their false testimony will disappear. You see, because it's going to be a false testimony that's going to be laid against the elect of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Those who are actually speaking the truth. It's going to be a false, but it's going to be a false testimony. You see, they're going to have to lie, all right, and bring up a false narrative in order for them to move. They just can't just up and just make a move on the men of the Lord like that, because at that point it's going to make them really look guilty. If they were just to come by the camps and just try to blow us all away and things of that nature, nah, they gotta bring up a false narrative, which they've been cooking up this whole time. And you got the likes of Vocab Malone, you know, and other individuals who are trying to link, you know, who are trying to link the Hebrew Israelites to Muslims, you know, and terrorists and things of that nature. All right. It says a similar fate awaits those who use trickery to pervert justice and who tell lies to destroy the innocent. Okay? Because it's gonna get to the whole point where the world already hates us. The world hates our guts. But it's gonna be overtly, something done overtly, which is gonna make the whole world hate us. Those of us that are speaking the truth of the scriptures. That's why they want to ban the Bible. Okay? It says empowering internet users with media information literacy, advancing information integrity, and enhancing transparency are vital for addressing the spread of false information. Read the WEF's description on Thursday's session. And you see, they're the ones that can quote unquote tell you what's true and what's false now. You see, it says panelists, including Borgat, sought to answer the question, what actions do stakeholders need to take to preserve a healthy trust ecosystem? Borgat explained that that one of the most effective ways to keep people from being exposed to so-called inaccurate information is to develop lists or guides for advertisers that tell them where to and where not to spend. Let's read that again. Borgat explained that one of the most effective ways to keep people from being exposed to so-called inaccurate information is to develop lists or guides for advertisers that tell them where to and where not to spend. Disinformation makes money, and we need to follow that money, and we need to work with, in particular, the global advertising industry. This is a global thing. That's why the scriptures tell you that it's going to be an hour of temptation that shall come upon the whole world in the oikonomene sense. Not a cosmos sense, not an eon sense. Okay, that's why it's important to know your words, man. On an oikonomene sense, meaning the whole world. That's why it's called the World Economic Forum. Okay? It says a lot of dollars go to pretty bad content. So you can work really hard on exclusion list or inclusion list just to really try to focus their ad dollars toward the good news and information. It says the accurate and relevant news and information, you see? And the accurate and relevant news is what they quote unquote fact checked. You know what's fact checked to them? Okay, this was fact checked, so this means that this is truth because it's been fact checked according to our quote unquote our experts. You see? Borgard expressed frustration that social media platforms do not employ enough quote unquote trust and safety people to monitor and remove quote unquote disinformation shared on their platforms. And like I said, now for you to figure out something, now for you to really get the scoop on what's going on in particular places in the world, the actual truth, where do people go? They go to Instagram, they go to TikTok, they go to Facebook, okay, they go to Twitter, okay. They go to these platforms where people now can actually just turn on their phone and just record and just and upload it live in minutes, or upload it in minutes, or just do it live, and it's being recorded live. Back then, you had to have the news station go with their news crew, and set up the cameras, but now you got people in these smartphones in the internet age where you could just upload something in the snap of a finger, whereas the media could say one thing, but you actually have somebody else that's recording on their phone, and they seeing something completely different of what the news is saying. Like, hold on, now look, and they don't want that, man. They want everybody to follow. They want everybody to follow a structured narrative. Okay. Let's see. That's pretty much it. I'm not gonna read this whole thing. Well, it's actually, yeah, that's pretty much it. So I just want to bring this out. Hey, they're looking to demonetize now. These particular not news stations. That's not the word I'm looking for. But these particular alternative media platforms, now they're gonna be losing advertisements to advertise their products, or advertise, you go to these particular media websites and they got advertisements on them to pretty much sell a particular brand or sell their gear, things of that nature. They're going to be, now they're looking to remove that. They hurt your pockets, man. Okay? And you already know this is going to just come down the pipe to an even bigger standpoint, whereas now you got individuals who post particular things or say particular things on YouTube, and they can actually just go into your bank account and freeze your accounts. They already doing that with the whole MAGA and January 6th ordeal that took place and happened a couple years ago. Or I want to say it was actually last year. Where people who posted about it or helped funded it and things of that nature, they actually froze their bank accounts. You see? So, I just wanted to bring this information out. Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us his truth and also teaching his truth. And much peace, love, and salutation to the elect of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Until next time I say Shalom.